This afternoon, I received an email from Mr. Rafi, and the title of the email said, "Watch, Passport Bro is found dead in the Philippines. What happened to DeSean Dixon?" So of course I clicked the link, and upon clicking the link, I came across this YouTuber who I did not know, an African American by the name of Sunshine Shoulders. Now this brother is living in the Philippines, so I wanted to find out more, so I pressed play.
Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by again today. A passport bro was found dead in the Philippines. What happened to DeSean Dixon? You know, I ran up on this story. I was doing some research for another video that I was going to do, and I'll just put this at the end of this particular announcement. And it kind of shocked me. It had went past me. I didn't read about it, but in the Sun Star, October 19th, 2022, it says a foreign national was found dead in his rented room in Cebu City. The master sergeant in charge identified the victim as DeSean Dixon. And I want to stop right here and send our condolences out to his family. You know, we don't want to scare anybody. We don't want to put anybody into a panic. We just want to know what happened to him. I think it's only right that we pursue this case because of those of us living over here, those of us who have plans to move over here. The sergeant said that they didn't even know they were dealing with a foreigner until they arrived on the scene. And then they saw that it was a foreign national. He said that Mr. Dixon had a cut on the nape of his neck, which is the back of your neck, around where your hair starts. And this is where it kind of gets strange to me, because he says this he must have fallen, and this must have caused his death. There's nothing definitive. The landlord said that the last time they saw him was Saturday, October 15th. He was waiting on food delivery. October 17th, which was that Monday, the housekeeper, she called him a houseboy, smelled a foul odor coming from the area, but ignored it. October the 19th, which would have been that Wednesday, the stench got so bad that she called the police. And that's where they found Mr. Dixon. He was an aspiring writer. I'm sure a son, brother, uncle. What little research I could find on him, he was starting on a series of books called Superhuman Academy. He was from Chicago, Illinois. I looked at his Facebook page. But then this story goes into a black hole. I can't find anything else about it. So if there's anybody out there who knows more about this case, please just let us know. We're not trying to meddle. We're not trying to open up a can of worms. But for those of us living here and having plans of moving here, I think it's important that we get some kind of closure, that we know what definitively happened to him. Was he murdered, or was it an accident? His name was DeSean Dixon. He was from Chicago, Illinois. He was a writer.
Now, after hearing what our brother Sunshine Shoulder said, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, especially those of you who are checking out content in the Philippines. You know, I was very curious as to DeSean Dixon, so I typed in his name looking for his YouTube channel, and I came across his YouTube channel, and I want to play an excerpt from one of the books he was trying to write.
Hello, this is DeSean, and I'm proud to announce the creation of a new series of books that I've written called Superhuman Academy. Superhuman Academy is set in an alternate world where the only difference between their history and ours is that about a century ago, people began to appear with superhuman powers who were called augments. Now, some of these augments eventually become superheroes. Some become supervillains. But the vast majority end up somewhere in the middle, where they're used as spies or super soldiers, or even working for criminal or terrorist organizations. One of these superhumans is a 16-year-old kid who's in high school. His name is Mark Scorpio. And Mark was raised by a nefarious organization called the Center.
So that was our fallen brother who passed away. And again, my heart goes out to him and his family. But as it appears, there has been some problems in the Philippines. There are a myriad of brothers who have been attacked or robbed in Colombia. Some have lost their lives. We heard about another brother that died in a Latin American country. And now we are now hearing about a brother who died, and we don't know if it's foul play or if the brother fell and passed away. But you heard that excerpt there. But one of the things that I just want to say is some of these countries, I believe, are not all, but tourists are being targeted. And I want to kind of go back to Mr. Sunshine's Shoulders, because he gives some advice for how you can stay safe in the Philippines by living inside of condos. I want to play that, and then I'm going to come back.
But I want to talk about if you have safety concerns over here in the Philippines. One of the safest places for you would probably be in a condo community. And I just want to talk a little bit about why I think that is, because most of us, we either move in a condo, apartment, house, our own house with a gate, or a subdivision, a gated subdivision. I just think that a condo is more safer, simply because of the security. They have so many levels of security. The CCTV, when you walk into any condo community, they're going to have that security desk right there. You're not going to be able to get past that. And even if you do, or the bad guys do, then how would they ever find your place? And the reason I brought this up, because I'm getting a lot of questions about security concerns. And, you know, the last high-profile murder of a foreign national over here and his Filipino wife happened in Cebu, 2021. And they were targeted by a gang. And, you know, of course, I told you the story before. They were tortured to try to get the combination to the safe. Evidently, they had let the wrong person in, maybe the housekeeper, one of the servants, or something like that. That's usually what happens, because that's what happened to the Belgian national who was killed in Bacala. They closed that case. They found out who did it, and what it was is one of their servants had gave out the information to the bad guys. The bad guys came in and, you know, had robbed the place. And I think they were on their way out, but the Belgian, he defended his space. And they shot him 3 times in the stomach with an M16, and he bled out.
So now with that being said, I just want guys to understand something. Now, while many of you brothers are looking for a better life abroad, and of course, you know, these countries can offer you a better quality of life, also, you can be a target, all right, in certain cases. And, you know, you can be a target. And knowing that you can be a target is something to look out for. I mean, you have to always remember you are in a different land. You're in a land where you don't hold citizenship. So what you always need to do is to be in a position to where you are safe. That is exactly why you have Black Men's Travel. Shout out to brother Aaron Ferris. Groups like that can get you in to, you know, Black Men's Travels rather, and subscribe, hit the bell. Actually, it's BMT Travels now. Subscribe, hit the bell. Over there, they have almost 22,000 subscribers. They have a Facebook group. I would always suggest, you know, talking to the brothers in those groups in those particular countries. Be willing to fellowship with these brothers that are in these places. You know, it's a lot of black men there. It's a lot of good groups there. It's a lot of knowledge and wisdom there. A lot of brothers wanting to help you out. So, you know, don't be so, you know, off the radar that you can't be assisted, because when you're going overseas, I found out living overseas, you need a lot of help. You need locals, you need foreigners, you need to know where you're staying. And, we need a way to get a hold of you in case something happens. And that's just really what I always want to talk about there. So brothers, I really thank you for supporting me. Stay safe wherever you're at, and try to contact black men, and so that we know that you're doing okay. Well, guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.